Aloha warriors, good morning, good afternoon to you, good evening, wherever you are. Hey, just waiting for a couple of people to come and join me, but meantime, we've got another cloudy day here. It's been raining a lot. I think it's one of the heaviest spring seasons that we've ever had in terms of rain, and which is great for the plants, and the trouble is there's so much rain that it washes away the nutrients out of. I'm mostly on rock here, so I have to build all the beds and everything else, like this mango tree here that's actually on a raised bed that I made in there. But that aside, I just wanted to connect in with you and remind us about a post, I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and it was about the frequency audit. And yeah, and it was like, how do we what's a way of getting out of the screen time and the addiction that it has on one. And in the morning, here's 3-4 tips. Here's that I made back then, and I found this piece of paper crunched up in my pocket this morning. I went like, oh, I had forgotten about that. Well, I hadn't completely forgotten about it, but it was like a good reminder. So one of the things, and stick to the end because I have like this really important question to ask of you. But, in the morning, number one, in the morning, whenever you feel that you're going into the doom stuff, go back to your projects and get on with one of those. So it's like use that as the lever when you realize that, oh, the stock market's crashing, oh, I don't have food, oh, my children, blah, blah, oh, my job, blah, blah, blah. Whatever the doom stuff is, switch it around. Because what we think and what we think is what we create. And it affects all of the energy fields around us. And in so doing, it manifests that fear coming back to us. It's just the way that the universe works. And here comes the rain. So, midday, one human exchange, it says, which is important for me because I live by myself. So it's like, make sure that I connect with somebody, in some way, on a one-to-one basis, not on a virtual basis. And in the afternoon, that stuff that you do want to stay in touch with, no matter what it is, different values of news, different values of the kids, different values of the school, different values with your own health issues, make sure that you don't stick too long with it. So curate how much time that you're prepared to spend with that. And oh boy, it's really beginning to rain now. Let's see if I can get in underneath one of these palm trees here. That's a little better. And so for me, it's the news, it's economics, it's the geopolitics, it's the precious metals, and it's all of the fallacies going on with government, which puts me into a doom state. And so, really curate that which is not supporting you in your vision. So it's the doom state. I'm looking over my shoulder at what I haven't done or have, is going on behind me. And in my vision state, I'm really focused on that which I would want to create. In me right now, it's like, I'm editing and revising all the chapters on the book and putting stuff in that needs to be built in, etc., etc. So I'm really doing a sort of chess game with my book right now, which is kind of exciting. Doing a lot of readings of other stuff that I haven't spent much time on in the last few years, and I have one book right underneath my armpit here that I want to share with you that I found. And limit that stuff to like 20 minutes max. So just like chunk, get out of it, turn it off. And this is really important for me too, and because I spend too much time not doom scrolling, but listening to different medical advice on health and stuff. Let me wipe off the camera lens here a little bit. I think it's got blood, got water on it. Maybe that works. And So at the dusk time, when the sun's going down, do a frequency audit. Where did my day go? What did I put my attention to? And was it towards my vision, or was it towards my noise? And write down one small thing that you can make an adjustment for the next day. Now, a few years ago, I was in the public library down in Hilo here, and they have these book sales, and it's really interesting to see what they have been putting up for sale. And one of these books, which I'd been aware of different connotations around this, but it was this book, Hiroshima, and I think it's going to be backwards on here, so maybe, is that the camera? No, that's the forward lens. Well, maybe I can do it from the forward lens. Maybe it'll be, yeah, okay. Hiroshima by John Hersey. Now, the reason why I picked up that book is because I have my sincere doubts about the efficacy or the fear porn of atomic weapons. And actually today I came across a big long list of different articles and different books and different broadcasts that have been made on this very topic. And if you'd like me to share that with you, just in the comment below, put that in there. But what it seems to me is like they're using the atomic thing as being, or atomic weapons, as fear porn. And everybody's caught up in it. And I'm not sure that I'm suspicious of it this way. In other words, it has been a very powerful tool to control humanity. And I remember when I was young, my mum took me to a local library, and I was maybe 10 years old, and it was like the BBC movie documentary called War Games. And it had all of the horrors of war and all the horrors of atomic war or atomic weapons. And it put the fear in me, and rightly so. But what was interesting about this book was when I started to investigate John Hersey, and the publisher, it turns out that John Hersey has written a number of other books of similar cult. The Men in Bataan, 1942, Into the Valley in 1943, The Bell of Adano, 1944, and this book here was published by Alfred A. Knopf in New York. Now, when I did a deeper dive on this, it turned out that this was highly associated with the New Yorker and the whole CIA agenda. So that's why I'm going to leave this with you today. Not that I want to bring up the doom of atomic weapons, but I want to bring up, as in my end of my emails, due diligence on, what is. Do your own research, and you can bet that what's in the mainstream news, what's in the mainstream education, is not the truth. And isn't that the truth? Hey, aloha from Hawaii. You have a wonderful week, and keep looking at that frequency audit, because it can really help you to steer a clearer, straighter path, even into the wind. Aloha.